drive through that area. Oh, you know what? The cemetery, you know what? When we see a main street, when we see the next street, we'll take a turn. All right, YouTube, we're still in Lima, Ohio on the southwestern edge of the city, very close to where the access for that, go to just turn, yeah, Merlin, yeah. We're very close to where the TB hospital is. I tried to make a video through there earlier, but somebody said they were gonna, you know, call the owner or whatever because the building's under constant watch. But I've heard there's an access point that people go through the other side on this, but you see a bunch of stuff out here. This is on the southwestern edge of the city, right here. So this gives us an idea. You got a beautiful cemetery, Woodlawn Cemetery on the other side. Maybe after this we might drive through that here. Yeah, just go ahead and go straight here. Boone Street. Oh, torch on top. Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's unusual. But
yeah.
Lima's nerve.
Yeah. Well, we'll come back through in a few minutes. Yeah. We'll come back through in a few minutes. Now this, I believe, now I think this is why they haven't torn down that thing, because it looks like this is where some of their landfills are at, because you see these big mounds of dirt, you know, right at the very end of it. We could still go around the corner here, because it seems like no, okay. Actually, the street still continues. That's for that street. It still continues on. But it seemed like right through this, where this is at, yeah, that home looks a little run down. Yeah, oh yeah. This looks kind of run down a little bit, but they look like they just tore down a house right there. But yeah, you can see right here where on the other side of that, or close enough to that, that's where that old Tuberculosis Hospital is at, and it looks like it's just a landfill or a dump now. Yeah, because I've heard that people often, when they would often go through there before, they would cross through the area to, they would cross railroad tracks that were not far from here to get back, and you have to kind of go through a wooded area to get back there, but looks like substation right there at the very end. After this, we'll do a little one of the cemetery, then we'll go back to 5 Cut. Then that way we'll be out of here at a good time. Yeah, just go ahead and go left. We're turning on to Chipman from Bradford. Yeah, this is the southwestern part of the area of Lima, close to where the Tuberculosis Hospital. And in parts of this, it definitely looks to be a little rundown. You can tell that all this no trespassing stuff, and yeah, the neighborhood watch, and this building right, this house right here is kind of raggedy too. That this is definitely one of the more ghetto areas of Lima. That, because if it was a safe neighborhood, you wouldn't be seeing all this no trespassing and homes that were better kept up. Yeah, because I think before, this area right here is where some people have used to get access to this, to the, we'll just go ahead and zoom or go around that a little bit, because this is where people, I've heard, yeah, it goes around it again though, because this is where people, I think, you know, go walk through to get to the TB hospital, because I've heard there's like, you walk through this little field area, you cross railroad tracks, and then you're right over there. That's another way in there where people don't get seen as much, I've heard, from that direction. Maybe that might have worked for us earlier, but yeah, this home right here, that's definitely, yeah, this side of the neighborhood on the TB hospital, it definitely, you could kind of see why maybe they haven't tore it down yet with this right here, Confederate flag right there on that.
What's that tell you?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and go left here. Yeah, this definitely looks, for being on the edge of the town, it definitely is a little. Shipman Avenue. Yeah, just go straight here. Definitely is a little bit on the rundown side. I mean, you see all these no trespassing signs. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely the ghetto or the hillbilly section of Lima right here. It definitely is in. But this is probably similar to, you know, close to where I'm at in Dayton. This stuff I'm used to. This kind of reminds me of a couple rougher areas I've seen around Dayton that are on the edges that are, yeah, just go ahead and go left. And when we get back on that one street, we'll continue on with that one. Oh, there's another Fat Jack's Pizza location. So I think, you know, given what we've seen back there, it's kind of pretty self-explanatory why there hasn't been any rush or anything to really, or any urgent need to really tear down the old Tuberculosis Hospital, because it basically looks like it is in a ghetto part of the city that just doesn't seem like there's any much demand for it. We'll also take a look at the other side of the neighborhood that's around the TB hospital on this other side too, but just doesn't seem like there's hardly any demand for it there. Yeah, this is 117 on the southwestern edge of Lima where this is at. Yeah, I believe it's right on the other side of the, yeah, the other side of the neighborhood's right on the other side of the overpass. Yeah, it's just a shame, just couldn't do that full exploration. But I guess, but for what, yeah, too bad seeing the inside. But it looked like they're doing a bunch of construction work back there. I just don't.
Graffiti on it. That tells you that people have been back there just.
Yeah, destroying the place. But it definitely. But yeah, it's been abandoned for over 40 years now, and you could. And I just don't know why they just don't force the owner to tear it down for. But I guess because of the area it's in, it just doesn't really look like there's much demand for much of anything in that part of Lima. So it kind of explains why in this part of Lima, why it's probably still there. But we're going to get a look at the other side of the neighborhood that surrounds the TB Tuberculosis Hospital. I believe once we get across here, we turn left here. Yeah, this should be at Arcadia. We'll get a look at this. Our garden, yeah. All right, part deux of French. Part two of the block watch control of the neighborhood that's around the old Lima Tuberculosis Hospital. Now this side right here does not look to be as bad as the other side of it. It looked like the western side of the neighborhood of the TB hospital. It looked to be a lot worse, but that tells you kind of the size of that facility in general. We had to drive around here just to get to the other side of what was the main entrance, so that building was a lot bigger than it would appear. But basically, they have their, you know, narc watch, or whoever owns the property has somebody that's basically watching the or they've been having workers back there, I guess. I mean, you sometimes hear people say, hey, you're not supposed to be here, this is private property. Well, people are there all the time, but I'd go ahead and go around and go left here. But this is Garden and Western Avenue. This used to be the old entrance to the old TB hospital. It's now somebody's driveway, but there wasn't anybody home any earlier when we were there. But it's just kind of interesting how a hospital was in this quiet little neighborhood for tuberculosis back in the day. But I can imagine, given the fact that it's mainly residential around here, we'll zigzag a few more of the streets around, but it looked like probably when they, I think I read that hospital opened in like 1911, so they probably got the land pretty cheap at the time when they built it, you know, because I really don't see why you would put, you know, a big commercial property in the middle of a neighborhood. But yeah, now this, you know, doesn't really look as bad right through here, but that other side of it definitely looked to be on the, you know, run down side of it. So I'll just call this video the neighborhood around Lima's Tuberculosis Hospital. Now outside of this, I mean, this looks, outside of that, this looks fairly well kept. Just go ahead and go back left. We'll zig a couple more that way, then we'll go ahead and get out of here. That should leave us enough time to get to the shrine and, you know, you get to the bank, and then let's pick out sweet corn right here. Yeah, go and go, yeah, down this way. I see a nice tree line right here in the street. So this, you know, around the TB hospital kind of looks like a half and half neighborhood. Half run down and ghetto hillbilly area, then this half is at least respectable. This half of it is at least respectable. Let's go ahead and go straight.
That's unusual.
What?
That fence is unusual.
Yeah, this right here. Yeah, it almost looks like a bench right there. That kind of fence right there. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one like that before. Do it for you. Yeah, I would say back here you could probably get a home probably for, I'm gonna say probably 50 to 100,000. I don't think you could get anything over. I don't think you could really. It looks respectable, but I don't think you could ask for anything over 100,000 in this neighborhood. But this part of the neighborhood looks a lot better than the other side where the Tuberculosis Hospital is at. The homes here are fairly well maintained right through here versus the other side that just look like a complete run-down ghetto hillbilly area. But anyway, YouTube, that's going to be it for this one.